it's Jisoo,
and Kalina,
and welcome to
Talkative Teens.
And today we're going to be talking about the interactive TV show called You vs. Wild.
So, You vs. Wild is an interactive Netflix show where you can pretty much choose the decisions for the main character, Bear. We both really thoroughly enjoyed this show.
Yeah.
I think when we both went to, I think it was a cabin, we ended up going and there were bunk beds and we made a makeshift TV with my iPad. We literally shoved it like under the mattress, the top bunk of mattress, and we just watched 8 episodes of You vs. Wild together, and it was so funny. Yeah. So that's gonna be a core memory I have with the show. But I think my favorite scene in You vs. Wild, because it teaches you how to make good choices, which is definitely something we both need to learn how to do. My favorite scene, and I think Chloe, you like the scene as well.
Yeah.
It's the one about you have to choose whether Bear sleeps in a cave or a tree. Which one did you choose?
I chose he has to sleep in the cave.
I chose he sleeps in the tree because listen, I want to see this man high in the air. Listen, if he rolls over in his sleep and falls, I'm gonna have a good laugh out of that. It sounds a little dark, I get it, but it's funny. Why did you choose cave?
I don't know, because I thought it would be good to keep him warm, and yeah, I guess because it's like, what if he falls out of the tree? So I wanted him to be in the cave.
But like, if he slept in the tree, right? Wouldn't that just make it a little easier for him to like get out and in? Because doesn't he have to get on top of the cave anyways?
No, the right answer is cave. It is.
See, that's the thing about this. There is no right answer.
Yes, it is.
There is no right answer. So that leads us into survival tips.
Yes.
We gotta learn survival
Survive.
tips. Because how you gonna survive?
Yes.
I guess the way that he learned how to like make things with the items he has around him is kind of cool. What's your take on that?
Yeah, he's definitely very crafty when he's in the woods or in the jungle, wherever he's at. He's very crafty, and he's very mindful about, especially, I like the questions where he asked about what should he eat, because it's very interesting. Sometimes it was like, should he eat bugs or berries, because like poisonous berries and all that stuff. Yeah. And so it's pretty cool.
I feel bad for him for that take, for if he has to do a take for the actual eating bugs part. I feel bad for this man. He probably went through a lot.
Yeah.
And like I think he had to make his own house too.
Oh yeah.
He had to find little areas to live. And I think there's this one scene that I particularly remember. I'm not sure if you remember this as well, but there was a scene where he had to bury the medication so animals don't come and find it. And it, like, I guess that definitely taught me that if you have valuables, to make sure you kind of like keep them in reach and you know where they are at all times.
Yeah.
Like this thing, my phone, you gotta know where that is at all times. Because listen, I got my library card in there and I can't lose that.
Yeah, but the show is not only like entertaining, but it's also kind of like educational, like with the survival tips.
Yeah,
it can definitely teach viewers on, if you're ever in a situation, how to survive
and what to do. Pretty much.
What to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, with the making good choices, some kids might be indecisive, but this show actually makes you this show actually makes you think what are the pros and cons.
Yeah, like they have you pick between 2 options, and then it's kind of hard, honestly.
Like, I think there was this like episode where he was in like Antarctica or something.
Oh yeah, he was finding a missing service dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he had to like really had to like deep think into the choices and which one would actually make more sense to choose. Mm-hmm. But some people like to be a little reckless and choose whichever one they think.
No. I actually thought about my answers. I actually thought about them.
Sure, let's go with
and
that.
Most of the time, I would actually survive. Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at telling Bear what to do. I would be a pretty good survival master. I would be pretty good. And sometimes when you would pick a bad choice, what would happen?
He kind of goes off the rails a little.
Yeah, Bear would die. But you would always have a chance to try again, which also comes in with the learning part.
Yeah, and most people leave reviews about this show, which are very hilarious to look at. Like, I think we're definitely most likely going to do an episode on reviewing some of the shows that we talk about. Like, doing reviews on other people's reviews, because I think that might be
They're very funny, and
Like right now we're talking about our review of the
Crazy.
show because it's like
Yeah, but I think our reviews are always positive.
yeah, because I mean
Especially this show, because it came out, and I think it was like one of the first interactive Netflix shows.
yeah, I think it came
One
out.
of the first.
I think that sparked the interactiveness.
And
Because I think there's most kids in today's society that like talking about or like choosing decisions for other people, which is honestly kind of concerning. Like, why would you choose other people's decisions? But I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't be mad about it.
yeah, and when we talk about interactive, basically you have to use your TV remote
Yeah.
to pick the decision. And I think like maybe I'm not sure, but maybe this show kind of influenced like the VR with like the interactive video games, all that stuff.
No,
but it's
because
very cool.
honestly, I think
It's
it
very
might
cool.
have because
Yeah.
when you think about it, when you do VR stuff, it's honestly pretty similar to because you have to like if you watch a show in VR, right? When you look at it, it's like you're actually part of the show. But when you're
Yeah.
not part in like when you choose the decisions, it also makes you feel like you're part of the show. So I guess it kind of
Yeah.
balances it out in a way.
Yeah.
But I think that's honestly really cute and kind of cool.
Yeah. And the interactiveness like with the VR, it feels like you're in the show and you're
Yeah.
helping Bear make his decisions on his
Yeah.
journeys
And listen, I mean,
throughout the world.
that guy kind of got a bit of problems, so he definitely kind of needed our help. for
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the way that Bear made his decisions, like I guess the way he worded most of these decisions in a way, kind of I guess made it difficult to choose because like he would give you pros and cons of each one sometimes. Like,
Oh yeah,
depending
like
on the
sometimes when you were
situation.
choosing, he'd be like,
Do you really want to choose this one?
Yeah, like
Like,
it's a
the
rocky
past-
mountain or
Yeah.
something like that.
Like the passive aggressiveness, that's definitely
Yeah.
but honestly it's a good thing he was passive aggressive because that definitely teaches you how to make certain good choices.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a story because it gives you
Yeah.
like little hints on what to choose.
Yeah, and like honestly, when I choose the wrong option on purpose, like you can kind of see the hesitation, but
Yeah, yeah.
like you can see how hesitated he's like,
It's like,
never
it's like
mind.
okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So that's that one.
But it's also very satisfying to see him survive, and like
Yeah.
the topics are very like realistic, and like how he's in sometimes in the jungle collecting medicine, finding like not even like a lost service dog, but maybe you're finding your friend, and maybe,
Yeah.
and maybe you need to have some survival skills, and yeah, so
Yeah.
they're
I
definitely helpful.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, I think the like I guess it teaches you how to be not just kind to people, but like how to turn yourself into a better person in a way, because he's not just trying to survive in the wild for the
Yeah.
show. He's doing it because he cares about other people.
Yeah.
Like there's always an objective, and
Mm-hmm.
the first episode, I believe his objective was to go deliver medicine.
To like
and,
a village who
Yeah.
needs it. Yeah.
and that's a good thing because
It's a good
some
thing,
kids need medicine because they can't really survive without it, and it's just showing that he's being a good guy. And
Mhm.
I mean, like, who doesn't need a good person in
Yeah,
their
it's
life?
definitely
Like I
very
have her,
positive.
I have you as my good person.
Yeah.
You see, so yeah. And I think that brings us to our final topic,
Yes.
which is actions have consequences. It may sound a little deep, but honestly, I think we
it's
both
true.
need
It's
to learn
true. Yeah.
learn this. When you choose something for Bear, I guess it also shows like it shows how you can, I guess, influence others in a way.
Yeah.
Like when you choose, like say he had to either go zipline across a cave, or he had to walk,
walk into a different path, but it would take more time. Yeah, it was the first episode, but it would take more time, and the medicine might like go
bad,
off. Yeah.
go bad, yeah. And so, like
So it was
it-
like the consequence of the
whichever
medicine, or
like whichever one you choose, that
risking his
has
life.
so like the action would be choosing which way he goes, and the consequence would be if the medicine goes bad or not.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's definitely a good thing that Netflix chose to put in as a little choose, because it definitely teaches kids pros and cons of your actions and the consequences that may come with it, which is
Yeah.
honestly, it makes me happy to know that some Netflix shows teach new generations how to be good to each other, because honestly, most kids these days, like what is it, Gen Alpha or something, they literally, some kids have a phone at the age of 4. Like, yo,
like the rich
this ain't even my phone. This is my brother's old one. Like, hello, I'm 12.
Yeah.
How do y'all get new phones? How? Like,
How?
yo.
But like,
It's just concerning at this point.
Yeah. I feel like it also teaches like viewers of any age to be mindful of your choices, and sometimes they can have a downfall, but sometimes it can be positive. But you have to, because like I think it gives you like a limit, like a time limit on if you're like how long you're gonna choose an option. So like critical thinking, and also like being mindful of like your choice, because something is gonna have a consequence.
Yeah, and quick thinking as well.
Yeah, quick thinking. Yeah,
because you have to be like snappy with some decisions.
Yeah,
sometimes you may not have that much time to think.
Exactly, like in a dangerous situation.
Yeah,
because I think there was one in the You vs. Wild like movie. He was like getting chased by a lion or something like that.
He was actually like, in the movie.
Yeah.
So definitely, there's
decision
things
making, like quick decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna always be decisions that you're gonna have to make in life, and this is definitely a good way to prepare for that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I
through the safety of your own home. Yeah, obviously, you're not gonna be out in the safari with a lion.
Yeah,
hopefully you won't.
Hopefully, yeah. Like, why would you be in the literal jungle with a lion unsupervised?
You never know.
Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like,
but still,
it's not clicking for me.
But still, it's always good to know, like, survival tips. Honestly,
I think we should talk about personal experiences with decision making. I think that'd be kind of fun. So
that's gonna be another episode.
No, I think we can do that now. I think we have a bit of time. So I think a decision that I had to make was if I wanted to be in an after-school club called Student Council. So Student Council is where you get to choose, like if you want to help out people, if you want to help fundraisers. And honestly, that was a really tough decision because not only is it time-consuming, but I also lose my lunch break with my friends. But it's also good at the same time because I get to help other people, and I also kind of get to new opportunities. And so, definitely decision making has helped me in the process. And You vs. Wild has taught me, honestly, this is gonna sound really corny, but it actually taught me how to use pros and cons to choose if I wanted to be in student council or not.
That's good.
And I chose to because honestly, without student council, I don't know where I would be today because there are so many things I've learned. Like I had to kind of learn how to be a cashier for one of our fundraisers. And when I tell you, that is the most tedious job because I was getting money thrown at me. So definitely personal experience, but definitely something some people could learn from. What's a decision you had to make? It can be school related, home related, whatever.
Well, since you're talking about student council, it's because like sometimes I can be indecisive too. Because like I want to do a lot of things, but obviously like the after school programs are like all at the same time basically and like the same days. So yeah, it was hard. But honestly, I ended up, so now I'm in my school play and I'm in my school after school jazz band. But it was hard, like, because I wanted to be in student council and I wanted to be in, like, esports that was going to benefit me. And the one I would think I would do the best at. So that also kind of goes back into the show.
So another decision that I had to make, oh god, I talked really fast. But a decision I'm currently making is if I want to put in a thing for my school to have the girls volleyball team. So
do that because I love volleyball.
So there's a lot of kids in my grade that really like volleyball, and it hurts my heart to know that some people get shamed for playing it.
Really?
But I play it too, and honestly, I got a couple marks on my arms from playing it. But
or your scars.
Yeah, but there's so many people that get shamed in my school for liking certain things, and it honestly makes me sad. So I think some people express themselves through basketball. Like there's a couple kids in my class that are diehard fans for basketball. They play basketball literally 24/7, which is a little concerning.
Live, eat, sleep basketball.
Yeah, literally like that's a print on socks. But yeah, so they do that, and like there's like a lot of kids really like volleyball, but it's like
it's not the most common sport.
Yeah,
I feel like it's usually baseball, basketball, football, the most common sports.
Yeah,
but volleyball is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's honestly like when you actually learn more about volleyball, you realize how like
Cool it
actually
is.
interesting it is. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's nice. And I think like I'm deciding whether or not how like what the benefits to being having a volleyball after school club is, because there could be tournaments, but there also could be not a lot of people, because some people like to go home after school, some people want to stay after school, but maybe they might not feel comfortable playing volleyball after school, or maybe in front of an audience. So definitely something to keep in mind for me, but You vs. Wild is making it a little easier because I kind of use those skills, those decision-making skills, to choose whether or not I want to, I guess, have an after-school club.
Yeah. I honestly think that there should be more, like a more wider range of after-school programs for schools. Like, I'm glad that you are on your school's student council, that your school can have this person that's advocating for the students to have a volleyball team.
Yeah, because, I mean, honestly, I'm also very proud of you, because you decided to join your school's jazz band.
Yeah,
Like, girl.
we're rocking out in there.
Literally,
Yeah.
Because my school, we don't have a band or anything. We have a chorus group that I'm also in.
Like
Forgot to
same,
mention.
yeah.
I'm also in chorus. But, like, instruments are such a good thing to learn, because
Yeah.
when you learn how to play an instrument, it's so many, like, I guess, points that go into it, that, like, and, like, you have to use your hands in, like, certain positions and whatnot.
These are my instruments.
Yeah, literally. My voice is my instrument.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. But, yeah, so definitely it's honestly just great to know that, we're standing up for ourselves, and we're learning from certain shows to be a better person, and I am very proud of that.
Yeah, like
Learning how to be a better person can literally turn you into a good adult. Like, we're actively kids. Like, we have a very bad sense of humor. But not just having, I guess, not just being able to be mature, but also being able to know right from wrong, and knowing how to make decisions for yourself on your own without needing help is honestly such an amazing thing, because there's so many people that struggle with making decisions on their own, but us knowing how to is just, it's literally life-changing. It's amazing.
I really love how you said that, like making decisions by yourself, and like even in your school life, because you're going to be making decisions constantly, and when you get older, the decisions are going to get even harder and harder and harder. And like kids, they're going to be exposed, like TV shows like You vs. Wild, about making decisions, and it can help them in their real life, at school, at home, by making decisions by themselves. And also just being a better person, being a kinder person, being the bigger person, by making decisions by yourself and not like following anybody else. Just like be you.
And
Decisions.
and I feel like when it comes to making decisions, and a lot of people say, oh, you guys don't learn anything from being on those phones all the time. But actually,
It's kind of
you
true.
do.
I mean, You vs. Wild. It's kind of true. Like,
honestly,
it's on Netflix, guys.
Yeah, but like being on the phone all the time is honestly sometimes a good thing, because you end up being exposed to shows like You vs. Wild, and you learn good things. So,
While also being entertained.
yeah.
And then it might even influence kids to go out and like go do after school programs like that.
Yeah. And I guess test their limits, like how you
Yes.
did with Jazz.
Yeah, like, and also how Bear be testing his limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that medicine.
Yeah,
y'all.
and like he like goes like rock climbing or like some,
Yeah. Bro's wild.
some weird things he does.
Yeah.
So
I think
that
that's
ends today's.
Yeah, that ends today's episode.
Yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, and I hope this was definitely a fun experience to hear us. It was definitely very funny. But make sure you guys follow us on
our
all the
socials.
socials. And yeah, so
Yeah. And again,
you just want to make sure
peace
that
out from Talkative Teens.
Yeah.
Bye.